was like what a certain plant was that she was selling. And she couldn't tell us. I'm not doing Curse of the Lost. She couldn't tell us, and she's like, well, ChatGPT says it's this. And I was like, we're not buying the plant. Like, out loud. I was just like, we're not going to buy your plant. She's like, why not? And I was like, if you don't know, you don't know. She's like, well, ChatGPT. And I'm like, nope. We're not buying the plant. We're leaving. Bye. Like, I literally, when she said, well, I asked ChatGPT, I just went, and I could tell, like, she was, you know, it's like, it's so stupid. It's like, bro, Google AI minus AI, or not Google AI, Google Lens minus AI. There. Not you. Shut up. Like, it's so easy to, like, look something up without having to do AI. Reverse image search has existed forever. You can just look it up and then just, like, figure it out yourself. How hard is it for you to think for 3 fucking seconds? That was also a crazy thing. A paid subscription to fucking ChatGPT. I can't believe you have to pay for that fucking schlock. They should absolutely be embarrassed. Learned a lot of things from last podcast on the left. I will never discuss in real world conversations because I don't want to sound like I'm a Oh, I remember you were talking about this yesterday too. Yeah. Yeah. What's up, Acorn? Welcome on in. You know, I think it's important to have, you know, these conversations and stuff with people and everything. The thing that I don't want to fall into is, you know, even though it's not like a necessarily like, you know, it's not like we're having bad conversations, because it is a good discussion. The thing I would hate is that we fall into an echo chamber and we just kind of, you know, end up feeling so strongly about things that, you know, we can't hear out other people, because especially for shit like this, you know, it's very difficult to, you know, because it's not like hearing out like, oh, well, you know, maybe they're just a little guy, but more so hearing people out in a way that's like, you know, it's like we should hear out what they say so that we can counter them in a way that doesn't make them feel alienated, you know? Even if they should feel embarrassed and everything, like, embarrassment should come later. Education first, you know? Broken stopwatch is fucking busted, and so is restock, but I can only take one of these. I'm going to take broken watch. So, you know, it's interesting. It's just, like, it's an interesting conversation, I think, and it's an interesting dilemma that we have, like, honestly, but you know, I'm glad the general consensus seems to be moving away from what it is. It really is just tech companies, you know, overblowing a lot of stuff. And the thing is that we use a lot of the tech that these companies have, and it unfortunately, like, you know, we get a skewed perspective of things. Little Horn is an awesome fight. Also, Roxo sent me the mods for the Anti-Birth and soundtracks and stuff like that, all the old soundtracks. So we're switching between soundtracks and everything, which is hype as fuck. Hold on, I'm locking in. I'm locking in. This run is for Nemo. Oh god. Woo! Music is a pop, though. I forgot how good the old music sounds. Ooh, okay. We're going downpour. Okay. Museum, where the kids ChatGPT to find out a artifact instead of looking at the plaque right in front of them. That's ridiculous. Sells itself trying to convince people that they're too dumb to do anything or talk anymore, and that becomes true the more people do rely on it. Hey, I will say, and I got a lot of shit for this. I will say, the shit with Gen AI and people relying on ChatGPT is the exact same thing that I have been yelling about for years about these meal ready to eat services. I think that they're good for people who literally cannot fend for themselves and are able to and are physically unable to cook. I think that those are good for you. And I think that that is a good service to have for you. But if you are physically able to do that stuff, it is enabling a kind of thing that is just not that is not healthy for you. You are, you know, you're unfortunately just like it's not good. And I think that you need to learn how to cook for yourself. It's so important. Yes, Factor, that kind of shit. Again, I think that having a meal ready to eat service for someone who is physically unable to cook and lives alone is great. That is awesome. That is an awesome thing that exists for people that need it, such as any disability like thing whatsoever. I think having that available is great, but I think that people that rely on that kind of shit for, you know, for their meals every day, it tends to be like you can just pre-make your meals, you know? Like you can do that. You know, I get that you don't, you know, I get it. I worked a job that had me out there 10 hours a day. I understand not wanting to cook, not wanting to clean, not wanting to do that stuff. But like, I don't know. Being so reliant on that is just like, it's the same thing to me. It is the exact same thing to me. Used AI for one of their commercials. They use Gen AI for it. They're already dead to me. Damn. Crippling anxiety for long before Gen AI and how people are gonna cramp my style. As it came out with the AI computer companion thing, I just was laughing at the trailer because it felt like the voiceover of the trailer was Gen AI, also AI Gen, but it also could have been whoever edited sucked for real. Do enjoy meal services because it's hard for me to have ingredients and cook and the ingredients going bad before I even use them because they're all measured out exactly, but they're so expensive, so I can't. I have CFS, but when I do have the energy, I try to prep meals for a few days out of the week, so I can and will eat. See, now that's the thing I'm talking about. That it's great. That's great for people that are unable. You know, it's so like that's another thing too, is it's hard to have that conversation without people bringing that up, you know, and everything. And I'm not saying y'all are doing that. It's more so that I've run into this before, where it's like I've brought this up and then it's always, oh well this, and it's like I'm not talking about that. You know, this is an entirely different conversation, but. Like, again, yeah, like, you know, with, okay, it is chronic fatigue. Okay, thank you. I was going to ask because I was like 50-50. It's good for that, right? And it's good that you have that. And again, it's good that when you have the energy to do it, that you do try to do that, you know? That's great. That's awesome. I'm talking about the people that are fully physically able, you know, to get all the things and everything that they need to and are able to do it. You know, not having ingredients, blah, 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 whatever, all that kind of stuff, right? It's nice to have that stuff and everything for that. Because me and Snowy ran into that same issue where we would get ingredients for shit and it would constantly, we'd have shit constantly going bad. It was like throwing money down the drain. I did see something that somebody did that had that issue where they would take all of their condiments, and this is a little bit easier because, you know, it's just us two in the house, so we have full control of the fridge, but we took our condiments, put them in the drawers below, right? And then all of the stuff that perishes, like our ingredients and stuff that we want to cook with that can't be frozen or anything, vegetables, stuff like that, they all go on the side cabinets because then we physically see them out constantly. That has helped us immensely in terms of not wasting food. But again, it's one of those situations that's so, you know, nuanced that it's like, you know, it's not a thing again of like completely get rid of them. You should learn how to cook. You know, I'm not saying that. It's more so it's good that it exists for the people that it exists for that do absolutely need it, you know? But, again, I think it's extremely expensive and it's entirely predatory for that fact because the people that, you know, don't necessarily need it are spending the money because they can, you know, and then making it more expensive for, you know, the folks that do actually need this thing. It's like with any gluten-free product, you know, it's like it became trendy to be gluten-free and, you know, it didn't take into account the people with celiacs or anything like that. And it sucks because okay, I'm fine with that. Tech 0.5, that's awesome. And it sucks because it's like, you know, it's like, yeah, you know, if you don't have something that's actively stopping you from, you know, from picking up, you know, the damn spatula to cook, like, you know, what are you doing? You know, I definitely had to learn and figure out a way to incorporate it when I was working, you know, as much as I was. You know, I worked 10 hours and I still had to, you know, cook for me and Snowy and everything because she didn't know how to cook and she was also working just as long. So, you know, I had to cook, clean, do all that stuff that I'm doing now. I'm grateful that I'm now in the position that I am. I need some bombs. I'm grateful I'm in the position that I am now, but, you know, I definitely have more time to do the things that I need to do. You know, like cooking, cleaning, and doing all that stuff. So, you know, everything kind of works a little bit better, but, you know, I'm unmedicated, bro. If I can do it, you can do it. And again, I want to emphasize, I am not talking about people with any physical disability. If you are physically unable to, this ain't about you. It's good for you. This is a good service for you. Okay, we're good. At one point, ended up with food service industry at least 1 year and are better cooks than the women. It's that old school shit, you know. It's like, oh my god, fucking wormwood right over me. It's really interesting, you know, because it's like, motherfucker, wormwood. Oh fuck, broken stopwatches sped the fight up. That's why. It's so interesting because it's like, you know, it's the same thing with my family where it's like, you know, most, you know, the women are better cooks than, you know, than the guys, because that's, you know, Latino family, that's just how it is. But the exception to that rule is Mailito. Mailito knows how to fucking cook. You know, he's got that shit on lock. He knows what's up. I need to lock in. So. Again, it's a conversation with a lot of nuance and, you know. Again, I'm not telling you how to live your life. I'm just telling you what I think. When getting a food vacuum sealer is you can portion your food ingredients as you, yes, that's a big thing. Food vacuum sealer. I've definitely wanted to get a vacuum sealer because of that fact. Because then, yeah, you can really store your food and make it last. Because it's like, you know. And I know that getting that shit new is expensive, but hey, I've seen a good amount at the thrift store. They you can get that shit secondhand. Just gotta look. Yeah, exactly. There will always be an exception for a reason, for whatever. That's a lot of fucking money. And I would like to use this key on the shop. So this works out. Bob's Rotten Head isn't terrible. But it is an active item. I can at least re-roll it. I kind of want to re-roll that. Am I greedy? Am I greedy? Yes. But yeah, that's always going to be the case. There's always exceptions to everything. You know, nothing is always like, you know, black and white. It is the exact thing of like, you know, posting on the internet, I hate waffles, and someone coming in, or I love waffles, and someone coming in saying like, so you hate pancakes? You know, it's like, no. That's a different conversation. There's a lot of stuff that exists in the binary, and unfortunately, it's, you know, it's just never that cut and dry. $40-$60 are gonna last you for over a year, if not more. Mom has had her roll for over a year. Oh, that's hype. That's hype as fuck. That's dope. I didn't know that when it comes to it, you know. And plus, too, I like bringing up the shit that I bring up because it's nice to hear other people's perspectives on stuff, you know. Because it's always important to hear how other people think, because I think that it can inform your opinion. If not changing it, you know, it can at least inform your opinion to, you know, at least have a more rounded stance on things. Charge Baby is good. I fuck with Charge Baby, and then knowing that battery is in there is awesome. I love women, so I must hate you. You must, absolutely. Absolutely. It's the law of the land, dude. Look, it's okay. For all the hate out there, every single hate, I got you guys. I take all of it. It's like when fucking what's his name from One Piece gets hit with that bubble. It's me that's you experiencing all of the pain that I experienced since I've shouldered all the hate in the world for everyone. But chat, unfortunately, that's your real talk for the day. You used it up. You used up your real talk for the day, so we have to we got to think of other things to talk about. Reroll, fucking shoop the whoop, die. All right, let's go get that.
Shit my pants.
I do have to. Well, I thought I had to shit this morning. I gotta be real. I thought I had to take a big fat dookie dump, and I didn't. Did not need to. I feel like for me, that's the most like dehumanizing thing that like that you can do on the toilet, Like, at least if I go take a shit, right? It's like, okay, I've taken a shit. I'm good, right? I have now completed my shit, and now I clean myself, blah, 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 we're done. But I feel like if I'm sitting there on the toilet, Lil Brim ain't bad. I will absolutely take a little Brim out of that. But if I sit down to take a shit and I'm sitting there for 5 minutes and like, you're kind of like going like, to like squeeze something out, and your body just kind of hits you with that, nah, fam, like you ain't got nothing in you. It's just the feeling that you need to shit, It's a phantom shit. I feel so like, I hate that, I'm like, oh man. I feel like not only could have my time have been spent a lot better.
I shit myself.
What? Okay.
What?
But thank you, Broken Stopwatch. But like, oh shit, man, fucking hell. I don't know how much health I have. I am terrified right now. But now I'm like, and then you get done, you're like, there you go. It feels, you feel like such a fucking baby, I feel, at least I do. I feel like a baby. Usually happens when I have milk. Oh, dude, the phantom shits after milk, awful. Awful. I definitely had this down lower, for sure. For sure, you were around here. Because that, like, the things in my ears are really shit in your dick? No. No dick shits. No dick shits here. No dick shits here, unfortunately. Tears down sucks. Tears down fucking sucks. I would love to get like a good run going here. How much time do I have? I'm at 12:15. I don't think I'm gonna be able to hit a boss rush on this. The thing is when I'm Isaac, I fucking full clear all the time. Now, dick shitting, I could get behind that. Hello, friends. I'm Dick Shit'ems. Yes, Duke Nukem is my cousin. Thank you for reminding me. Bladderstones count as dick shitting? No, I feel like that's... Yeah, I feel like at that point you can legally qualify yourself as a geologist, But I can see the argument being made that is dick shitting. All right, Broken Stopwatch has done nothing but fuck me. He's the black sheep of the family. Well, considering that his dad is a mime, a Mr. Mime, I can see that. If anything, we're all behind, and Ash's mom way ahead of us, dude. More progressive than everyone else. Dime. It hurts, sucks. E. coli is okay, I guess. I'll take it. We've kind of been getting fucked by Broken Stopwatch. It's a good item, but like You know, and I bet on it 9 times out of 10, but this is kind of giving us the sauce. I'll take this just in case. We get an item. I kind of don't want to go down here, so I guess we'll just do the boss. Hey, you know what they say about big hands? Big foreheads. It's true. If you, if you put your hand to your face and then you kind of got to, like, do this with it, you know, it'll... You'll be able to tell. If you've got a big hand. Person to race server that constantly talks like they're Chat GPT. Yeesh. Just repeat what everyone says. Dude, maybe they are just a bot, you know? You could never know. Okay, we're good. Devil Deal would be nice, but 36% isn't really that great. You give me something. 48-hour energy is pretty cool if it weren't for the fact that I don't have anything to spend this on. Invincibility frames after taking damage last twice as long. That's actually pretty good for me. They say catastrophically wrong things. Don't think I need to say it. Yeah, they're actually Skynet. Man, I'm so glad that I didn't decide to be a mod for people. I just could not handle that. The amount of people, like, I'm telling you, that kind of power would go to my... That shit would go to my head, man. That kind of power would go to my head. I'd be like, are you a fucking idiot? And then ban them, you know? You don't get warnings with me. You get a... Are you a stranger and not my friend? And you know, I'm not gonna give you the grace of knowing you, and this is just a one-off stupid. Oh, too bad then. Are you stupid? Fuck. Because if you're my friend and you say some absolutely dog water shit, I'm gonna be like, hey, maybe don't. And then if you're like, yeah, you know, hey, that was real stupid of me, then I'll be like, all right, cool. I like Counterfeit Penny, but like Blind Rage is pretty good. I fuck with that. Pretty hardcore. Okay. Just ban people being stupid. See, like when it's active stupidity of, like, you know, being an idiot, I'm like, cool, yeah, we'll just get rid of you. Like if you're just saying some stupid shit, then like, yeah, you're gone. But on the other hand, if you're being just kind of like annoying, oh dude, I'm gonna mess with you. You about to get messed with. I would absolutely be a mod for more people. I think if I had thank you, stopwatch. If I had more time to. I think the case that I run into is that, like, I haven't modded more people because I don't like putting that obligation on people of, like, you have to be here and be, like, on. I like, you know, as... Alright. I love having the option for people to kind of be in chat and just kind of vibe, you know? And not have to worry about, you know, like, monitoring what people are saying or doing whatever. And plus, too, you know, I think the two people that are my mods, Leah and Snowy, know me the best and know when I'm like, yeah, get that person out of here. They know what my tolerances are. And my tolerances, because I like to fuck with people, are not necessarily what other people's are. And so, you know, I don't want to push other people's boundaries for the sake of me being able to make fun of someone, you know? So that's kind of my only thing with it. Miss Chatroom Bully with my surprise nap. No, Livy, we're just talking about stuff. We're just yapping. All right, idiot. All right, fucking moron, stupid, dumb shit. Oh, there's a heart in there. Okay, thank God. Let's do this. Boop! We're good. Hey, stop that. Tiger's being a butt. Not necessarily bullying them. They're not a bad person from anything I can tell. Yeah, like, see, if they're not a bad person and it's just kind of like ignorantly saying, you know, that kind of stuff, I'm like, all right, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Because if you're not like genuinely a bad person, then it's like, whatever. Tapeworm. I'm gonna keep this. Do unto others what you do unto you, person. You hold very true. Yeah, exactly. Do unto others what you do unto you. Yeah, like, you know, I try to keep the peace and treat people with utmost kindness. But when you start being a little baby bitch, I'm going to treat you like a little baby bitch. It's just, you know, that's simple. Yeah, are they really your mods if they don't bully you? Really? Yeah, exactly. 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 I think if people... All right. New thing. If people are being bitches in chat and just like bitching about stupid shit and being assholes and just being, you know, just whiny little babies, I think we should absolutely, new term, start calling them Robs. We got a Robert in chat. Block the person so I don't have to see their messages, and you can still clown on them. Oh my God. Okay, hi, Tyga. Tyga wants to say hi, chat. We're having a lot of interruptions. We're having good conversation. Yes. Do you want to meow into the mic now that I fixed it? Oh, hell yeah, Gwen. Good luck. Good luck with the job search. Good shit. Sometimes don't feel comfy addressing people in chat because I don't want my chat friends perceiving me as a meanie. I'm going to tell you, if somebody oversteps a boundary with you, absolutely call them out here. In this chat, 1000%. I don't want things going, like, unnoticed, because that's how resentment builds up. If we can squash something that isn't like, that is like, has overstepped a personal boundary for you, and we can go, and it like bothers you to an extent, you know, then we absolutely call them out. I will never, and if people start saying that you're mean or whatever in this chat because you call people out for overstepping your boundaries, Tyga wants more pets. I will clown on them. That's fucked up. Like, look, I know we have a lot of fun here, right? We get goofy. We get a little cursed. We get goofy. But that is never any excuse to not want to call somebody out. I will absolutely, because I'll call people out. Y'all know me. I'll yell at people in chat. I will give you one. I give you one. That is my rule. I give you one benefit of the doubt. I will DM you after stream and I will go, hey, what the fuck was this? What was this about? And then if you say, yeah, sorry, and then you do it again, you're on your same bullshit, then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna just start being an asshole to you in chat. Bubba's, we can't keep doing this. He keeps jumping out of my lap just to jump back into it. It is the little orange bastard. I can't play because he's fucking in my lap. Here you go. YouTube, you got some prime fucking kitty content. He does. He wants love. He's biting me now, though. He's overstimulated. He's overstimulated as hell, but he still wants my pets. I hate this damn cat. I hate him. I love him so much. Go attack mode for any friend in the chat that I see getting flack from the loser. I don't tolerate that shit towards my friends. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Because that's always my thing, too, is it's like, I know that I tend to be the grossest and the most boundary pushing out of anybody, you know, in terms of anything. And I want you guys to know that that me and Light, especially, we make sure that we say in our streamed things, like before, if people don't know us or if it's the first time streaming with us, we're like, hey, yes, he riled himself up because he wants pets and he wants me to pet him. And then he just starts biting me because he gets overstimulated. He is just like his father. All right, Bubba. You're biting me now. He doesn't want to leave. He doesn't want to leave. Yeah, he's orange. He's orange. It's a thing. Act a fool, please call me out. Yeah, and I'm the same way. Like, I make sure that, I'm like, hey, I want to make sure that boundaries are clearly, communicated and stuff like that. I don't really have a lot, and everything. So it's like, if something goes on, I will let you know. If, you made me feel uncomfortable, which is pretty damn hard to do. There wasn't even goo under me. Are you kidding me? But, it's like, I want to make sure that everyone else is comfortable. Because, like, above all, I just want to have a good time. That's really everything. And if you're not a fan of whatever jokes or whatever like that, then, that's fine. If we're collabing, that's cool. But when it comes to chat and everything, considering that I'm the one on the mic, right? Above everything, this is my space, and I appreciate that people want to share my space with me. And if my jokes or anything or whatever at any point make you uncomfortable, fucking go. you can turn to somebody else. There's a whole bunch of people in this community. There's a whole bunch of people that stream on this website. If at any point, you don't like the jokes that I make or my jokes are too much for you, bye-bye. It's okay. You can... Oh, my God. That's why Brownie got rid of me just there. Jesus fucking Christ. All right, hey, that's 3 roguelike runs, and I failed all of them.